okay, you can go.
Oh, it's not here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a long video.
Probably gonna be a long video.
Can I have a switch first? Okay, let's talk turkey. Sandwiches. Sandwiches. Who doesn't love a good sandwich? In fact, some of the best things we eat and some of the best things we make are sandwiches. You have bread, you have bagels, you have Kaiser rolls, there's even English muffins. Hey, tacos, could that be considered a sandwich? I mean, even burgers. Burgers are sandwiches. But what do we put in them? Oh, that's for another video. What do we put in a sandwich? I mean, we got cheese. We got more cheese. We got greens. There's all sorts of stuff. There's bacon. There's... I said, let's talk turkey. Lunch meat. How many times have we gone to the store in search of a better lunch meat? Sliced deli meat. I mean, something, you know, a good ham or a wood fire smoked turkey. A good smoked turkey. Yeah. But making it at home, isn't that difficult? I don't have a slicer. I do have a smoker. Even if I didn't have a smoker, what could I use? You know what? I have an idea. We're gonna take the least possibly tasty part of the turkey, the tenders, and turn them into the best sandwich meat we can. Let's do this.
Nick and Lau Adventures!
Awesome!
Let's do this two ways. We're gonna make ourselves some turkey bologna. I know that sounds like some bologna, but trust me, it's gonna be good. Oh, sorry. I figured I'd go ahead and mise en place everything already. But hey, you know, now I can show you what my plan is. Yeah. I figure, let's make bologna two ways. First way, the traditional way. Lots of spices. You got a little bit of pink salt. That's cure number 1. I have a total of 50 grams of... Oops, I shouldn't have put that in there yet. First, what we're going to do, since I don't have a meat grinder, I'm throwing everything in my food processor. Now, I don't recommend this, but I have no choice. I'm going to add a total of about 1 kilogram of turkey, 3 pieces of chopped bacon, 1 clove of garlic. I'm going to grab a small handful of dried parsley, a mixture of herbs that I chose. I went with salt, cure number 1, paprika, white pepper, coriander, touch nutmeg, as well as 50 grams of milk powder. Now before we add our dry ingredients in, I'm going to go ahead and grind up this turkey meat. I added a couple ice cubes because it'll warm up once I start grinding it. As well as our garlic and bacon since they're both wet. Now with this particular method, I'm actually going to smoke it in my outdoor smoker. For people who don't have a smoker, I have another method for you. Go ahead and pulverize it, and make sure before you put it in the blender to remove all the sinew out of the actual turkey tender, because they're not really texturally pleasing, as well as they might get caught in the blade. As you can see, we now have a turkey emulsion. Everything's emulsified with the bacon, the turkey. The ice cubes kept it cool, so it didn't start to cook at all. We're going to add our spices and our milk powder and our curing agent. Just enough to incorporate. Oh, that looks fantastic. It smells great. It smells like sausage almost. Now, yes, it looks like meat paste, but you want that texture when you're making something like bologna. Because we don't want flavors to mix, I went ahead and cleaned my food processor. Now we're going to do the second batch. Oh, I didn't have the parsley. Well, I guess this guy gets the parsley. So, our turkey, ice cubes. This is going to be the non-traditional. Our garlic, and because I want that smoky flavor, but let's say you don't have a smoker, know how to smoke in your oven, but you don't want to make your apartment stink. I actually have leftover smoked meat drippings. Let's say you go out and buy yourself some liquid smoke. Not my favorite. So we're gonna add this homemade smoked meat drippings. Yeah. As well as, because we need a fat element, my leftover duck fat. Now because both of these are already very, very flavorful, I'm not adding all those extra spices. But I am going to need to add my curing agent so that way it does turn into a bologna. Go ahead and add my parsley in. Give it a blitz. Perfect. Ice cube. Now, we have both of our turkey bologna mixtures ready to go. I'm just going to throw some plastic wrap on them and cover them up for the night. See you in the morning. Okay, so it's been at least 24 hours. The next step is to make our bologna shape. So we're going to take the mixture that we had planned for this guy, which is the one with the drippings, or liquid smoke, because we're not actually smoking it. And we're gonna start using. We're gonna put it in some plastic wrap. So I have two long sheets spread out widthwise in front of me. Kind of scoop all my meat into one position. I'm gonna pre-shape it a little bit into a log. Get your hands rinsed. You could also wear gloves instead. So I'm going to use a little bit of pressure to kind of squeeze it. Not too much. Just enough to get it to come into a log shape. That. What I'm going to do is twist it like a candy. It's going to build up a little bit of pressure, and as soon as it starts to build up a little bit of pressure, you actually want to give it a couple holes so that air comes out, and then do it a little bit more. And it'll come out of the hole just air, but it'll also release some of that air that's in there that you don't want. But you can see it's one nice log, one more wrap. So normally what I would do is get myself a vacuum sealer, or like a zip top bag. But because I have them, I'm going to use them. I've probably shown these in a video before, but this is a stasher bag. So I'm going to stick my meat log in my stasher bag. Let the air kind of push itself out. Alternatively, do it in the oven, starting at 155 degrees, and every hour bumping the increment of temperature up until it hits about 200 degrees. Next, the one that's going in the smoker we're going to use parchment. Same procedure, except this time we're going to truss it. So same idea, you want to kind of pre-shape it a little bit. This one has all the spices and all those nice things that we put in it. Want to pull it forward so it kind of goes around the meat. So when it gets to here, you can kind of tuck just a little bit, and it'll kind of press out some of those air bubbles. Same idea, just kind of roll it like a candy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this, give it something to hold on to. We don't have to be super hard. We don't have to pull on it really, really, really tight. Just enough to hold it in place. Cutting off the excess. Sous vide set to 159 degrees. That's to get a maximum tenderness without drying out the meat too quickly. I'm going to shoot for around 155 to 170 in the smoker. It's a little bit harder to achieve depending on your smoker. Yeah. I'm actually going to preheat the oven and throw it in there just to give it a low broil, give it a little bit of color. Got time to rest. I didn't want to over smoke it, so I actually pulled it a little bit early. Oh yeah. So, as you can see, because we did it at such a low temperature, I have that nice golden color without losing too much moisture. The milk powder has helped retain some of that moisture that was in the turkey itself. Good bounciness, not too salty. Do you want a sandwich?
I'll have a bite of you.
Is that a bite me?
I'll have a bite of your sandwich. That's you.
That's some bologna. It's 100 times better than stuff you're gonna buy at the store. Of course, if you're gonna have a bologna sandwich, you gotta put some mayonnaise on it. Because we made fancy bologna, I'm gonna add some fancy mustard, a little Dijon. We're going with a classic whole wheat from a local bakery. I have some, it's a semi-soft French cheese. You have aioli. I highly recommend making some from scratch. 3 slices of our bologna. Some nice heirloom tomato. A couple of slices of onion. A little bit of romaine. Adding just a dash of some spiced white vinegar and just a little bit of olive oil. Cracked pepper, a pinch of salt, and some chili flake for good measure. This very well could be the best bologna sandwich you'll ever make. Here's our monster. Oh, it's so moist. This is the one with the drippings. Oh, wow. It tastes like barbecue more than the one that I put in the smoker does. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more notifications. And make sure to come back for the next meal. You want to try the other one?
Oh, the textures are different. Is that the smoke, the sous vide?
This is sous vide.
But it has a smoke flavor. Okay, I like this one.
It's all just a bunch of bologna. I'm Nick. That's loud. Good night.